In my 5 years of experience as a data scientist and a year now of YouTube, you can imagine that I get a lot of messages from people asking for my advice on getting started as a data scientist. Since I get such requests so often, I thought I would just make a detailed video explaining what I would do if I was just getting started. This advice would be towards getting a job as a data scientist or as a data analyst, so make sure you watch to the end. Number 1. Start simple and just get going. I think the biggest mistake many data enthusiasts make is to keep searching for the perfect course or the most comprehensive course or tutorial. Well, that's very good, but maybe it would waste your time. When I started learning data science on DataQuest just at the recommendation of a friend. I never really even knew if other data science courses exist. I basically just started working with that. And now we are in an era where there's a lot of data science courses that you can just start with. And I think starting simple also helps you to actually even evaluate if this career line is good for you or you want to try something else. So the advice I would give to start up is start simple, start learning. And one thing you see is that as you learn, you also figure out which areas you need to balance out and what you need to add to your knowledge per time. So don't worry too much about the perfect course and just get started. The second advice I would give to myself if I was just starting out is project and not certifications. I had to say the word project twice just to give you emphasis. Well, except you work in a consulting firm where certifications are highly important because they need to show to other people that you know what you're doing. A lot more people will be interested in knowing the project you've built rather than any certifications you acquired. Of course, the reason for this is projects really showcase your strengths and they showcase your thinking pattern and how you will solve problems on a day-to-day, which is what is maybe interesting for a lot of data managers out there. Of course, there are also projects that you should completely avoid, and I shared more about them in this video here. One of the reasons why recruiters would want to see projects is because everyone wants to be sure you understand the basics, and especially the mathematics behind most of the algorithms you'll be working with. Of course, this is a challenge if you don't have a mathematics background, and that's where the sponsor of today's video comes in. Brilliant. If you're looking to learn mathematics, data analytics, AI in an interactive way, then Brilliant is the place you should be. If you sign up with my promo code below, you get 30 days for free to try things out. The reason why I love Brilliant is because it helps you to learn in a very visual way. Mathematics can be very abstract, so this is a lifesaver if you ask me. Learning this way makes mathematics a lot more fun and easy. Brilliant helps you to understand how things work, and the pictures that they use also help them stick. So you can basically focus on the essentials with lessons that highlight the most useful applicable math concepts. If you'd like to try out Brilliant free for 30 days, use my link shown below or scan the QR code shown. You will also get 20% off an annual subscription. Thank you, Brilliant, for sponsoring this video. Now, my third advice if I'm just starting out as a data scientist would be, if you are a student, definitely think about internships. This is one important advice a lot of people don't know about. Internships have a low barrier of entry, and with them you can easily build up important work experience. So imagine during your 2 or 3 year master's degree program, you were able to either work as a working student or take an internship position, let's say a 6-month internship position, working as an intern data scientist or an intern data analyst. At the end of your program, if you've done 2 internships, you have easily acquired over those period of time at least 1 year of work experience. And of course, you don't compare to someone who basically was in this same program and does not have that experience. So because it has a low barrier of entry, you can easily get in. So you can come out of that with very important work experience. And even on the job, you probably don't have so much pressure to deliver because, you're just an intern. Also, if you're struggling to get an entry-level role, an advice would be to look into internship positions. For example, when I finished my bootcamp and I was looking for jobs, I applied to some couple of internship positions and I was lucky to actually get one. But at the time I accepted the offer, another offer came in for an entry-level position and I basically went with that. So If the second offer had not come in for the entry-level position, I probably would have still gotten a job as an intern, and I would just build and develop my career from there. So if you're looking for a job right now and you're struggling to get an entry-level position, I would really advise you to look into internship positions because they might just be easier for you to get in. The next point that I want to share is similar to the last one. If you can, volunteer. This is a simple act but very powerful. There is a saying that you need experience to get a job, but you also need the job to get experience, and this is often painted as a dilemma or as a problem, but I think that dilemma or that problem is easily solved by volunteering. You can easily build up work experience by volunteering for social organizations, non-profits, or clubs around you. You work for free for them, and in return, you get work experience. So previously, for example, I volunteered for an organization called Omdena as a machine learning engineer, and it was a beautiful experience because I got to work with a lot of people around the world, and I did enjoy my time there. And it was also the first time for me working in the position of a machine learning engineer, which was pretty fun. And of course, when you volunteer, this also counts as work experience. So if you're struggling to get a job right now because you don't have enough work experience, I would really advise volunteer for a club around you, for a non-profit around you. You can work for free, and as you do that, you're also building work experience that you can present in an interview. I shared more about this and a lot more other things that you can do to get your first entry-level position in this video here. If you've seen this video up until this point, please kindly consider subscribing and liking this video, as that will make me a very happy man, and I have a target of reaching 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. The last advice I would give to someone who is just starting out as a data scientist or as a data analyst is to network. Networking for me would include learning in public, basically sharing all of your new learnings and what you're doing, attending meetups and conferences. The thing about doing all of this is the possibility of meeting potential data managers who might be looking to hire into their team, and also learning about what's trending and what the data market in your area is focused on. For example, for me, when I started to learn data science online, I was basically just sharing about my learnings on LinkedIn, the project that I was building, and all of this basically helped me to secure a 5,000 euro scholarship at a data science bootcamp that I later attended. Another story I have about networking was also the case where I attended a data meetup, and I spoke with this guy who was a data manager and was looking to hire in his company. He told me at the time, oh, I don't have a position now, but if I have a position in the future, I'll reach out to you. And indeed, when he had the position, he actually reached out to me and said, oh, if you're still looking for something, you can apply in here and I will check up your CV and probably give you the job. And this was really beautiful because if I had not attended the meetup, or if I wasn't sharing about my learnings online, I probably wouldn't have gotten all of these favors that I got. So definitely I would advise you to network. You see, if you're struggling to get a job and all your application seems rejected, you might be doing something wrong, especially with your portfolio projects. In this video shown on the screen, I shared about portfolio projects you should avoid because they will get you rejected. Make sure you check it out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.